Hey, once again, it's Mac 357. This is the Evening Experience Radio Show, 7 to 9 on Thursday. Goes down right here in the boudoir until COVID is over. We here, we live, we lit. I'm here with the one and only Reggie Ballard, bro man from the fifth floor.
From the fifth floor. What's up? Hey man, y'all supposed to have some served sandwiches for brother. What's good with you?
This is the most incredible time. I've had one of your co-hosts on before, Cole from Martin, which is called Pain. It's a culmination of me living true fantasy here, sitting here talking with the incredible Reggie Ballard. I watched him for years. I have to say this because our people don't celebrate us enough. And I want to say how incredible it is to have you. He's an actor, he's a comedian, and there's a slew. And when I say a slew of different films and television that Reggie has done. I'm just going to read off a few. You know, I got to get to the resume because the resume states where this brother has been and where
the only thing I did Martin. So go on, let him know then.
That's definitely wrong. He's been in Class Act, Menace to Society, Jimmy Hollywood, Panther, Thick as Thieves, Big Ain't Bad, Ganked, Red Rum, The Mall Man, King of the Underground, Horrible Bosses, Boosters, Samuel Adams, Coney Montana, The Workout Room, and that's just film. Now let's get television. As you can see, The Trials of Rosie O'Neill, True Colors, CBS School Break Special, A Different World, Martin, Sister Sister, Def Comedy, The Courthouse, The Show, Built at Last, Caroline in the City, Malcolm and Eddie, The Bernie Mac Show, The Parkers, ER, Las Vegas, one of my favorite NCIS, Veronica Mars, All of Us, and the list goes on. And when I tell you, he has done more than Bruh Man from the Fifth Floor. He is an accomplished actor. He has been in a lot of different film and television. He is definitely quintessential for doing a lot of different things, from kids television to serious roles, and so forth and so on. What got you started in the realm of wanting to be an actor? Did the comedy come first or did the acting come first?
Acting came first, man. When I was in the fourth grade, I know I wanted to be an actor, man. My first Bruce Lee movie, man. Matter of fact, the one right over my shoulder right there. It's called Return of the Dragon. We're really Way of the Dragon. When I seen that in the fourth grade, man, I was like, you know what? I want to be an actor. I want to be a kung fu actor, but I just wanted to be on the screen, man. And then all the Jim Brown, Fred Wilson, Jim Kelly, and Richard Roundtree movies, that was like my heroes back in the day, So, but I never told anybody from the fourth grade until I got to college, and I was at SMU, and we got what's known as the death penalty. So I needed 3 hours to transfer to go to another school to play football. And I took an acting for non-majors class, man. I excelled in the class, went to University of Missouri, man, started theater, told my friends, true story, except for the move to Hollywood. And next time you see me, I'm gonna be on, I told him, I said, next time I finna go hang with Stallone. I said, next time you see me, I'm gonna be on TV. I left. First movie I did was Stallone. Next time I seen him, I was on TV, man. That's how it happened, though.
Wow. That's incredible. Now, to go back a little bit further, were you going to play professional football?
Yeah, that was my intention, man. I wanted to play pro football. But then, when I got bit by the acting bug, man, I was like, you know what? I remember New England. I went to my dressing room and to the locker room in Missouri. And they said, hey, man, you got a letter up there from New England for the Patriots. I was like, yeah, whatever. And so, the dude, I ain't believe him anyway. So he brought the letter and they wanted to, try me out. I was like, dude, I'm going to Hollywood, man. I don't want to play no more football, man. And I went, and the rest is history, man. I'm glad I didn't go. But it's like when you know what you could do, so it never really bothered me. I mean, I look at the combine now and I see linebackers is getting drafted in the first round, and I was better than that. I mean, as far as the combine is concerned, I'm like, they running like a 4.6, 4.7. I was running 4.5s. They lifting 225 by 15 times. I could do it by 24, 25 times. So, I never had no second thoughts, man. I mean, I know my skill. I know what I could have done. I was a blue chip athlete coming out of high school. So, but I wanted to do this, man. I wanted to act, I think you could do this longer. I'd have been done playing football, all broke up, man, trying to file, for CTE. Acting like I'm crazy, trying to get that check.
So with that being the case, you enter Hollywood, now you're acting. And in your mind, when you were sitting at home, when you first caught the acting bug, when you first got into the mindset of this is what I want to do, did you ever think that you would reach as far as you did?
Well, at first you don't really think it, man, but I knew that I had what it took. So that was the thing. I was like, well, I know I have what it takes to be there. It was the fact of me being getting in front of the right people. So I got a good agent when I first came out here, man. Anwar Agency. Then John Hugh was my man, and may he rest in peace, my first agent. But he got me into the right positions. And I was like, if you get me into the room, I could do the rest. So once he got me into the room, I knew that I could do what I could do. But I didn't expect, when I did Bruh Man, I didn't expect it was gonna be that big. Yeah, I didn't expect, I walked into a restaurant one time and had a lot of high school kids. And man, I walked in and they just ran and rushed me, man. Like, Bruh Man. I was like, wow. And then, one of my friends, a girl named Jonelle Kennedy, invited me. She was on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. She was doing a guest star. And she invited my wife and me to come to, look at the show. So I walked into the set, man, and walked into the studio audience. And when I walked around the corner of the audience, man, they just started clapping, man. Then Will came out the back and he said, yo, what's up? He said, hey, I want y'all to give it up, for Bruh Man from the Martin Show. He gave me a lot of love, man. It was cool. I was like, wow, this is pretty big. Yeah, he came out the back, man, showed a lot of love, man. I always been cool dude, man. Every time I came in contact with Will.
Now, is there anything that you would want to star in, or if not, write yourself and facilitate to make as a movie?
Yeah, man. We working on something now about, my wife and me. It's like our story, man. I think we have a good story to tell. My wife been married 34 years, man. And last year she gave me a kidney. I needed a kidney transplant. So she gave me a kidney, and we have our kids and her dad, 99 years old, and our kids, the whole story that we have, man. And me coming out here and doing what I do, and married as long as we have been, and some of the ups and downs we had, and it's crazy, man. Now she will never let me forget that she gave me a kidney. Every time she wants something, I say, "Mama, I gave you a kidney." You wake up 3 o'clock in the morning, man, talking about go pee. I'm like, I ain't gotta pee. Yes, you do, because my kidney gotta pee. That means my other one gotta pee too. I want to get a butcher knife and take this bad fella out and stick it back up her navel, man.
Oh God, that's funny. That's funny. God bless you. First and foremost, God bless you, and God bless you.
Yeah, thank you, brother. Yes, sir.
So that story is going to be in the works, and
yeah,
that's incredible. Is there any actor that you really wanted to act with that you haven't done so with first? Because to speak it into existence, to tell your friends that you're going to go and work with Stallone, and you actually work with Stallone, exactly. But is there any actor that you would love to work with that you haven't worked with yet?
Yeah, man. My favorite actor always been Robert De Niro, man. I love Robert De Niro. Ever since I seen Taxi Driver, man, when I was young, that movie done something to me too. It was like, wow, the dude was so good, and the movie was so well thought out and written, and the way he did it's like he did like 3 characters in the movie without you even knowing he did 3 characters. So him, Denzel, and I love Wesley, man. Wesley, another good one. I love Eddie Murphy. You know, some of them cats right there, man. I would love Pam Grill. You know, I worked with one of my heroes, man. It was Richard Roundtree. I worked with him before. So that was like, man, then on the set, you know, I knew I was gonna work with him. So I wore my Shaft shirt to the set, man. He was a cool cat, man. And then I left the set, you know, when we got through filming. I got in my car and I rode down. I was going down Gower, and he was following behind me, man. I was like, wow, I felt like you don't know how I felt, man. I felt so like I was nervous at the same. I don't know why I was nervous, but I was nervous. I said, man, Richard Roundtree Shaft was following behind me, yo. And then I turned off. When I turned out, he blew up and bump and did, you know, like I was like, yo, man, I was like a groupie, dude. No doubt. And it's amazing because when I was on the set, I was trying to get his a picture with him. I was waiting in line, and one of the writers was looking at me, right? And he told me, say, it was funny, man, because I saw you waiting in line to get Richard Roundtree's, you know, picture, and a dude was waiting behind you to get your picture. It was crazy. Wow. Yeah, it was crazy, man. That was crazy.
How you just had the reunion. How was it?
Oh man, it was like almost like we never left, man. I mean, everybody, you know, it's like, you know, it's the thing about actors, man. I don't know what it is. It's something that, you know, you could do without even doing it. You know what I mean? It's you know, like Bruce Lee say, man. He say you get to the point when you so well, you know, in tune with your body. He say, I do not hit. It hit all by itself. So it's like we was there, man. Things was just working all by itself. Like we never left, and you know, everybody was showing love, and it was cool, and nobody, you know, arguing and bickering about nothing. You know, laughing at the old stories, and you know, paying homage to Tommy, and you know, it was cool, man. It was real good. Snoop came through. You know, every time Snoop come through, man, he always look out for me. Yo, man, get bro, man, bro. Hey, bro, man, look, man, I just bought a Def Jam. We about to do some things, man. Give my girl your number, you know. So you know, it's just cool, man. So and then Tommy Davidson came through. You know, it's my man right there, man. And you know, we talked, and cause me and Tommy, you know, I know we go back. We did Def Jam thing together, and Brian McKnight came, sung. You know, so it's gonna be real cool when you see it, man. It's gonna be nice, man. You know, Marley Gibbs came through. It was nice, man.
Wow.
A lot of people stopped by.
Yeah. Well, you know, it had to happen because that was one of the most prolific shows in our era. Still stands out to this day. The Residuals, it still goes on. There's a new generation every year that gets into it and goes, wow, these incredible people put out some of the most funniest, incredible, you know.
That's the truth. Characters, man. I mean, you know, all the characters that Martin did, man. I mean, the Dragonfly Jones was my favorite, dude. I was, you know, the story of how that happened. It's like I was the week before I got that show, man. I was in Texas. I was home. I had went to visit in Galveston, Texas, man, and I was with my man Tuffy House, you know, one of my best friends, and we was watching. He had all the videotapes of Martin, right? And man, he put the one on the Dragonfly Jones. Dude, I'm talking about really, you know how people say rolling the floor laughing? They just say that. No, I was on the floor, like laughing my butt off. I couldn't catch my breath, man, because you know, he's like, Bruce Lee on it. Man, I was like crying, man. He was doing the, you know, Kenji, all that stuff, dude. I was laughing my butt off. And then a week later, I went back to LA and ended up getting the part. And I was telling Martin, man, I say, dude, it's funny, man, because I was just watching you a week ago, man. I was crying, laughing. I talked about it on the reunion, man. This whole story right here, man. So,
in seeing this process happen, in doing this, which will be released hopefully sometime soon, what do you think the reaction will be from the audiences, from the people who grew up on it, from the people? What do you think they'll get from it?
Man, I think they're gonna love it. Matter of fact, I think they're gonna want us to do a reboot because I mean, you know, you see the characters, everybody, you know, like I said, except Tommy, may rest in peace, but everybody, look the same, still the same, and have many more stories to tell. There's many more jokes out there, so that I think we left on the table. So I think they're gonna want more.
Yeah, the one who played Tommy,
Yeah,
literally, that was my fraternity brother.
is that right?
Yeah, I happen to be a Mason as well. So
Okay, cool dude, man. One of the coolest cats ever, dude. I mean, and it's funny. The reason I got my union card was because of Tommy, and he didn't even know.
Wow.
Because he was supposed to do this movie called I Love You to Death with River Phoenix, Kevin Kline, and Tracy Ullman.
Okay.
And he was supposed to be, in the movie, and I was just gonna be his stand-in. I didn't know him at the time. He didn't know me at the time. I just got to California, so I was gonna be his stand-in, and he didn't show up because he was doing Harlem Nights. So he decided to do Harlem Nights and not go do that movie, which was a better decision, on his part. But he didn't show up, so I just stood there, man, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna start talking because the guy not here. I was like, whoever's supposed to be here not here. So I'm just gonna start talking. That's the only thing they could do. Lawrence Kasdan was the director. I said the only thing they could do is tell me to shut up and go home. They can't put their hands on me. I ain't scared of nobody can't put their hands on me. What I'm saying? He can't put his hands on me, so I'm just gonna start talking. The only thing he could do is say shut up or go home. That I ain't hurt about that,
Right.
So when I started talking, man, and Lawrence Kasdan, man, people came over and they gave me a contract. I signed the contract, and that's how I got my union card, man.
Wow.
Because of Tommy. Then years later, I found out that he was the guy, that I said, man, I did this movie called Love You. He said, yeah, I was supposed to do this movie called Love You to Death. I said, yeah, man, what's your name? He said, my name's Tommy. I said, man, you the dude that didn't show up and I took your part. I took your place. And we laughed, man. We became boys ever since, man.
No doubt.
That was my man. Yeah. He's the only one I used to really hang out with on the set. On the show. I used to go to his house and stuff because both of us loved the electronics. They love the new little gadgets and stuff, man. So yeah, we were cool, man. That's my
so what's on the horizon for any comedy specials coming up?
Well, I'm stand-up, doing a lot of stand-up around the country, man. I go to Tulsa Comedy Club March 26th, man. And then I have some stuff in Virginia Beach, like in April, I think April 2nd, 3rd. So yeah, I'm doing that stuff right now. And like I said, we're trying to develop this show for me. And it's been good, man. It's been good auditioning for things. And it's been cool. Audition a little different now. You have to do it at audition and tape it and send it in, man. I don't like that kind of stuff. I like being in front of the cast and director.
Right.
In front of the room where the producers are,
And that'd be my next question then. How has COVID changed the perspective or the landscape for your acting and comedy?
Well, that's how it is. It's like now you can't really go in, I could sell myself, so I could go into a room and sell who I am. But then when you're at home, you have to do it. My daughter have to read the lines for me, and her part, and I respond, and she's trying to videotape at the same time. It's you don't get that same, emotion and feel that you could do it in front of professional people, and
Right.
just give it and then, if you gotta bring the tears, you could really do it in front of somebody that know what they're doing, so I kind of don't like that part about it, but hopefully we get back to normal, pretty soon.
I can imagine the comedy show is a little bit different. People in the audience, sometimes you used to hear people go, now you like,
I know you hear that. Yeah.
Spray that section.
I mean, one time I was doing a joke, man, and some jokes, and the mic touched my lip. I'm like, oh Lord, I spray out, man. I started spraying my lip.
I can imagine. Like, I'm gonna die. The mic touched me.
Man, because you be hearing people, you be hearing them on the news. They got COVID, man. They be talking. You can hear the first part, but you can't hear the second part. They be like, get your shot, because if you don't get your shot, you gonna get the same thing. So get your booster. I don't want that, though. I don't want that in my life.
Once again, I want to say God bless. Thank you for being a guest today.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule and taking the opportunity and being here and speaking with the evening experience. So everybody that's out there, once again, it's your boy Mac 357. This has been the evening experience. I spoke with the one and only Reggie Ballard. It's incredible, brother man, from the fifth floor.
From the fifth floor.
And afterwards, we're gonna get some sandwiches. All right.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it, man.
Take care.
I'm going vegan, so give me a couple of cantaloupe sandwiches. All right. All right, my dude. Take it easy, man. All right, brother.